Hi, I'm Sarah Borders with Benefits Compliance Solutions. This week I'd like to talk about the Medicare Part D notice that has to be sent out before October 15th of this year, so in a few weeks. So let's talk about this notice and what the purpose of it is. This notice has to be given out to anyone who is eligible or seeking to enroll in Medicare Part D coverage. Now that can be pretty hard to identify who those people are because, well, clearly, age-based Medicare applies to those 65 or older. There are also other people with end-stage renal disease Medicare and also disability Medicare. So it's better just to send this notice out to everyone who is eligible for coverage. Also, remember that this has to be sent out before October 15th. So you want to send it out before that date, so by October 14th, technically. Also, a lot of people want to put this notice in their open enrollment guide or their open enrollment materials. And that's generally okay to do if your plan renews maybe 1/1 or December 1st, and that may get put into the materials. But again, it has to be given before the 15th of October, so that may happen after that date. So it might be better just to issue this on a separate basis. Also, let's talk about what it means to be creditable coverage. What does that actually mean? So in simple terms, this means that the prescription drug coverage pays at least or better than the standard Medicare Part D coverage plan. So that can be really hard for an employer to know whether or not the coverage is creditable or not. So you have to look really to the carrier or the TPA, or you have to get an actuarial determination. Now there is a safe harbor, a design-based safe harbor, but in my opinion, the design-based safe harbor would be very difficult for an employer to figure out because it has to do with how much the plan pays for participants, how much on average. An employer is typically not going to know the information that's required to rely upon this safe harbor. So the best bet is to contact the carrier or the TPA to find out if the plan is creditable or not, or to have to hire an actuary to determine that for you. And this is very important because this directly relates to someone who is eligible for Part D coverage. If their coverage is creditable, then that's the only way that they would not receive a late enrollment penalty for life if they decide to delay that Medicare enrollment. So it's very important that this is done correctly and that it's sent out to everybody at the correct time. Otherwise, you could be penalizing people for not having creditable coverage. I'm going to go through this a bit more in my blog this week. Let me know what you think. Check it out. Thanks so much.